Hey guys, this is Daryl Spears with EliteConversations.com, and I am here with the outstanding Miss Carmiece Graves of Carmiece Graves Law Firm. I want to share this person with you because she is so dynamic, so off the chain that you have to know who she is. She's here in the Prince George's County community, and she is a lawyer, CPA, and I'll let you share a little bit more. But Carmiece, thank you for hanging with us today. We have been here shooting. You know, this is a day where we're launching our new media services, where we are providing services to our business owners. And Carmiece will be able to share more with you outside of her radio show. But Carmiece.
Yes.
Awesome.
Daryl, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about you and your law firm.
Well, the Carmiece Graves Law Firm was established back in 2012.
Okay.
I've been a lawyer since 2005.
Excellent.
And after 7 years of practice, I started my own boutique law firm and, helped people get through, painful situations and regarding divorce, passing along of assets when our loved ones pass along. Mm-hmm. So those are, I'm definitely happy to have had an opportunity to work directly with people as opposed to doing more of the corporate work where I started.
That's awesome. And what I really want to share is a lot of individuals that follow these conversations know that we are really focused on providing knowledge and resources and information that can help individuals. Before we get into where you are, because you're so dynamic right now, I want you to talk a little bit about how you got here. What was the process? And I was going to share with you, this lady, it was the top of her class at Howard University. She's been a part of the Obama administration, first administration, but again, that's so high level, you had to put in the work. So what's your passion? How did you get to the place where you're a lawyer and a CPA at the same time, which is rare?
It is rare, and it has to be God's calling because it was not my choice.
Wow.
My path was, I think I declared as a little girl that I was going to be a lawyer. Mm-hmm. But then when I kind of calculated how many years I'd have to go to school, I said, let's just cut that back. Let's just do something solid, be a CPA, be an accountant. And my high school guidance counselors told me, Carmiece, you're going to be bored. You're going to be bored. And I'm like, no, I can do it. This is rock solid. As a little girl in high school or a young woman in high school, I would get the Sunday Times. And back the days, the accountant section was so thick. I mean, senior accountant, regular accountant, junior accountant. So it was just a strategic plan. I'm like, this looks like this is a core of every business. Every business that I can think of needs an accountant. So I went off and I got my BS in accountant. I passed the CPA exam and worked for a big, four-law accounting firm. And then I realized I think they were right. And then it was just this process of us accountants at the time were thinking, okay, we want to move up the chain a little bit. This was nice. And it was either be an investment banker or a lawyer. And I had, I really just prayed about it, honestly. And the wisdom came to me, you're going to law school. And I'm like, this is going to be something. And the process, I undertook the process and got admitted. And I guess because I was already regimented as an accountant, I already kind of knew what I was up against. I knew what to expect. Wow. I knew the rigor that was going to be involved. But it was a completely different discipline. I went from numbers. I wasn't a writer. I wasn't, into reading a whole bunch of big books all day. But, with the grace of God. And I'll tell you, I prayed a lot during undergrad and I prayed a lot during law school. And we got through. And after that, I had the good fortune of doing well and being able to, start off in a corporate and finance environment.
Excellent, excellent. So tell us a little bit about your law firm and what's your passion behind that in terms of helping individuals in the different aspects of risk management and protecting what they have.
Well, when I was at the law firm, prior to my own firm and the Obama administration, pro bono work for me, we had to do pro bono work. And I love that, a big firm requiring, saying, you guys get out there and do some pro bono work and you get to pick your passion. And estate planning was my passion. And it was the opportunity where I got to work with people. And it was amazing to have, an older woman come up to me and say, this is the last thing I have to do on this planet.
Wow.
No pressure. Okay. But it was endearing. It was special. It was, you learn so much about people so quickly, in a more intimate sense. And you wanted to put them at ease that all is well. I took care of this. And it just touched my heart to be able to do that. So when it was time for me to open up my firm, I really was interested in estate planning, but one of the areas I didn't suspect was that people going through divorce had to really deal with assets, child support being crushing, the division of marital property being, a source of contention, dividing up your 401k. So they really needed someone that was really comfortable with numbers and business to guide them through the process. And that's just what I want to get you through. I want you to get out of the legal system or stay out of it with estate planning.
Wow. And I want to take a little step back because I know folks might want to know about this question, but being a part of the first administration, the Obama administration, first black president, being a part of history. You were part of history.
I know.
What was that like?
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. What did it look like from the inside? Well, kind of different than the situation we have here. The onboarding process was aggressive.
Okay.
I came on in September. It was September 9, 2009 that I got sworn in. So imagine he's already been in office 9 months throughout the summer, and he has brought on a cadre of just brilliance. Everybody was leaving their jobs, leaving the law firms, and we called it like the Harvard Mafia. Well, he called his crew, and they came. And I had the great opportunity to be in the Department of Interior and work under just some really smart people. His administration was really smart. And one of the things I'll tell you, it was the first opportunity that when you looked at President Obama on camera, you knew that he was saying something that made sense. It was really intelligent, but it usually was on a very dense area that you didn't know that much about. But you just said, I think you got it. I'm gonna say, go do what he said. But what I got to gauge was, as a political, and what the politicals do, our job is to make sure that the executive branch, which was under a former administration, is following the direction of the president. The president runs the executive branch of government, all the agencies, just like we're dealing with immigration now. We're dealing with, you can see kind of more clearly what the president does, and he brings about 3,000 people on board, all levels, to make sure that we sit at the tops of those agencies to follow his direction. So being able to have some intel, like I know that I helped brief him on this issue, and I know I spent months on this issue, and I know you've been briefed probably like for how long on this issue, and to hear how he absorbed the information and how he had to walk the fine line of having integrity. I watched that.
Huge.
I said, let me see if he's going to come here and be a politician and blow smoke, because he's not going to be able to tell these people everything that they want to hear, because I know the truth. And I got to sit back and watch a master say, listen, this is where I can land on this issue, and it's everything that I'm here to deliver. And it was, he's way smarter than you think he is.
Wow.
And he's a bright guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So to say, from a lawyer's perspective, he's way smarter, and he had the admiration and respect of everybody, no matter how they gave him a hard time. And he was tough too. It wasn't all, grins. Heads would roll. If you went on, he did not play around. Everybody was lockstep. And it was just, I got to go to White House lawn, and, I got to take my mom to,
awesome.
She got to shake Mrs. Obama's hand. And it was a really great opportunity, but it's where I was trained. It was under the tutelage of those brilliant attorneys that they got me ready to roll. And it's after working, and in the politicals, we're not like, we don't get to go home at 5.
Right.
They're like, oh, no, you stay.
Wow.
You stay and work. And I had to work on the oil spill.
Wow.
That was my first major, I couldn't believe I'm watching television, and we're looking at this rig on fire, and we're like, wow, the rig's on fire. And my boss is like this, click, that's us. Let's get a briefing. I'm like, what do you mean that's us? She's like, that's one of our rigs. And I'm like, we're working with all these people trying to deal with an oil spill.
Wow.
So it was...
That's awesome.
It was great.
There's one word you just said that I really love. You said lockstep. And that's so key. Like the word says, we need to be on one accord. And it's what you can do when you're on one accord is just so powerful. So I like hearing that, that he was bringing everybody together and empowering you to do what you're qualified to do. That's huge.
He gave it to the youth. The youth
Yeah.
ran. They were brilliance, and then there were youth. That it was just a wonderful dynamic that I think kept it fresh.
Wow, that's awesome. So let's talk about your great radio show as we wind down. You have a radio show. Is it once a week?
Yes, it's once a week, Tuesdays at 10, right after the Tom Joyner show.
Oh, wow,
So you
okay.
can tune in, you stay, listen to Tom Joyner, and you stay right there. Keep that dial there. And on that show, the purpose of that show is for us to learn and grow. People can call into the show. They
Okay.
can call in. All that information is on my website at CarmieceGraves.com. You can field questions, but I just really try and give those nuggets because I think I always would hear people say, well, my uncle's a lawyer, or my dad's friend is a lawyer, and I wanted to be that person. Like, a lawyer, you can ask a question.
Wow.
And, on that show, it's a time for me to say, hey, guys, don't do this, and watch out for that, just as if we're having a real casual conversation amongst family and friends.
So give us the time again, time and day.
It is Tuesdays at 10 at 1450 WOL on 95.9 FM every week. Carmiece Graves Radio.
Wow, and see, we just gave you a nugget. She can provide you in so many areas. So if individuals need help, just real quick, go through some of the key services that you provide and how individuals can reach you to get those services.
Well, the key services for the Carmiece Graves Law Firm is asset protection and estate planning. If you are having to kind of consider, taking care of loved ones and, and your family when you're gone and you want to make those life-changing decisions, you call an asset protection attorney. If you're, having to deal with, dealing with divorce, I can get you through. If you have questions about child custody or support, those are definitely key issues that affect everybody. And you can reach me at CarmieceGraves.com, or you can call me in the office at 240-573-7153. Again, that's 240-573-7153.
Awesome. So again, we have been talking to Ms. Carmiece Graves with Carmiece Graves Law Firm. As you can hear, this woman is very dynamic. She is very smart and has the resources that can help you. And she didn't share here in our recording. She talked a lot about estate planning. So a lot of us are dealing with older parents and dealing with how we prepare for not only their retirement, but long-term care and all that good stuff. It's just, she's rich in content. So definitely reach out to her. Thank you for joining us again. My name is Daryl Spears with EliteConversations.com. As you know, we're here to provide you knowledge, resources, and the connections that you need to grow your business. So we look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
EliteConversations.com. EliteConversations.com.